Hey guys, nice to meet you. My name is Bruno, and I will explain a bit more about the project that I did here for the challenge. First off, I will start talking a bit more about the project, showing you working on both device, Android and iOS. Um, so you can just select your bike here, not much different. And yeah, that's it. So here, let me just select a different one here to have different stuff. Okay, so now this is the screen that I worked. First of all, I changed the header here because from the Figma is a white one, like and to have a best to be more beautiful, I think, and to keep this following a pattern for from the project, I decided to have this one. So I keep the header in blue. I added a title, and so it was something in the real life. If I have a UX, I will ask him about it. But as I don't have it here, I decide by myself, and I think it was better. So you have the bike here with this brief summary, and you can like use the calendar here to select uh, from which day you want to start the rent until when. Select it, and we'll show overview about it. The previous days are all disabled. You can go, I don't know, I think I don't have a limitation here, but next year if you want, and you select the days and we'll show the booking here. After this, you will add to the booking and we'll show you a model with a confirmation that is booked, a resume from each one, and go to the home page. Same here. So now I will start talking a bit more about the components that I created. So first of all, this app model. Um, this model here is I create this new component because it's a bit different from uh, the other one that we had like this. So to get the behaviors in different components, I decide to create this new model here. I have not don't have much things special here. It's just like a model from React Native calling the view and the children, and I use it in the booking screen, like in the booking success models section that I had. So I send in here all the data, and I just showing here. Other thing is this card is not a different card. Is the buy card that I received from the boilerplate. The only thing that I changed, I added this show price props to just have this badge here without the price. So for this screen, we are not showing the price because we don't need it. Um, okay, the bike summary card is this. Let me navigate here. Is this card here? Um, I decided to create a new card for this one because it's visually different. So for sure, for this project, I can reuse the same component, but thinking in a real life project, this could be a problem because if you try to use always the same component in the future, you had a component with, I don't know, 100 props just to control a layout. So uh, as the layout is different, I decided to create a new component and uh, thinking in a project that I need to use these cards, I don't know, in e-commerce or something like that in a lot of different screens, but it's easier to have like or render this card or render the other one, then start controlling props and things like that. So I decided to create this new component here. The booking summary is uh, when you select right like the days. So is this like also not much logic here? Is this just some views and text to control the layout? The bottom sheet model is the one that we are using here in the calendar and also in the previous model that we show some details from the bike that we are renting. I just changed a few things, like I add a props to control the background color, as here I need it like in blue, and in the previous one the faux is white, so I just added that prop to control it. Um, what else? And I also added new behavior, this render backdrop, because for sure we can close the model here, but sometimes much easier just to click outside the model to close it. So I added it. And yeah, nothing more else here. About the date range picker, yeah, I think is where I have the most part of the logic. I used the calendar from the React Native calendars for this. So it start with this part here. It's just a touchable opacity with this resume here. And when you click show, it's showing the bottom sheet model with the calendar. And also the button to select it. So the mean date is today, so I cannot schedule for a previous day. Let me just change it here, like put a new, like if I select it here, like we already opened the day that is selected. So in this current one, if I already had a start date, I put it here. Market dates is where I have this logic to show it in the background white and show the range of days selected. So basically here is some logic to control what object I will send to the library to start to show to the user what I want, like the color white and this background. Some states here to control, like the start date, the end date. Yeah, and I think that's it. I'm using it on the booking, also on booking screen, on the date picker section of just like select date and time here and the component, but I to have everything separated, it's better to don't have like this title here because sometimes I just want to use the date range picker in other place. So it's better to have this not inside the component, just with the behavior that the date range picker need. About the components, I create tests for all of the components. Like for sure, I can go more deep in this test, but for this, I decide to go just with the most simple test, like if the model is open, if it's rendering what should rend, like in the summary car, like if it's showing the text that should show to the user. And yeah, that's it. Okay, I create some mocks here to use in my tests. Also some models to use. I actually just want to use. About the navigation, we have the types here, and yeah, I created just a new screen on the main stack, the booking screen, calling the booking component. And it's using the same header on right and left, same background to keep the same pattern on both screens. Okay, about the screen. So in the bike, I think I didn't change much the code here. Oh yeah, what I changed was I start using just calling the API to get just the available bikes on this screen, not all the bikes, because it don't make sense to the user see all the bikes, even the ones that cannot rent if it's a rent app. So I'm just showing to the user the bikes available for this user. And I think I also changed some things on in the flash list. I add like the key and adjust the estimate size to have like more performatic. And I think like key extractor is something that is mandatory everywhere. So I just added to have it following the pattern from React Native. And the booking screen, I think is where we have the most part of the logic. Let me start with the components. So the header, the header and the footer button are outside the scroll view. So even if we have more content here, the scroll will just be in this middle part. So the add booking will be always visible for the user. Um, yeah, and here we have some logic, like when like the handle booking is the the function called when I wanna rent a bike. So it's basically calling the API if I arrive the date, if it's sending my data, and uh, showing the model if it's everything goes well. I added this use effect because as we don't have a flow to return a bike, sometimes I was seeing some errors because I want to rent a bike that's already rented. So uh, I just added this use effect, like if I'm receiving this error, we'll return this bike so I can keep using that bike to in my tests. Uh, yeah, and here we have the other API related to get the amount and this information showing the component here. Um, Let me think what else I had here. If we have something different. No, I think that's it. Uh, I created services here. Um, as is basically like I put all the data in my Env. I just committing here because I don't want to add a library to use it for sure. Maybe in a real project, I can use a library to control like the environments. Like if I have different uh, credentials for each environment, but as is just for this test, I just create a file with this. Uh, with this data that I need to use on the APIs and create this client because the URL is the base URL is the same, the header is always the same. So here I can always just use the the API and just calling it with the method and just changing the final path of the URL. Nothing much different than the usual here. Um, okay, about the test. When I received the project, the test was working. Uh, so now all the test is working. So I create the one that I created and also the ones that are I already received from the boilerplate. The only thing uh, I need to do, like I need to change some things on the Jest config and also here in the test because as the bottom sheet changed the version, I think you guys changed it last week, so it started breaking the the tests. the same with this refresh control. Actually, we still have a issue in the Facebook React Native opening to it. So I just see how skip this for now to keep my test workings, and added this code here to keep it working. Yeah, I think in the other files I didn't change much things. Just the git ignore. I add some folders to ignore, but yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.